something I want to show you all. All right. I made a video where I replaced those springs there. And when I replaced the springs, the door opened up and worked fine for a little while. Now, let me explain to you something. This garage door opener is not strong enough to lift this door. This door is pretty damn heavy. So it has to have those springs to help it. To be honest with you, the springs does like 95% of the lifting, okay? This garage door opener does the rest. So how did I know my springs were bad? It would lift the door up about maybe here. The springs would give out, and this would keep on trying to pull, and you would see all of this sort of kind of bending, because it would be about probably about right here. And you would see it bending the door, bending this part right here. So I unhooked it from this by pulling this out. Unhooked it, right? So this is unlocked. You should be able to lift your door by hand. And I hope that don't fall. By the way, don't put your finger, do not put your finger in it. It's not gonna feel good. You should be able to lift your door by hand, by one hand. Now, I need to, well, I don't know. This door should stay up, but as you can see, it's not. If I tighten the springs up any more where it stays up, the door won't stay closed. So it may not be the correct springs for the door. It may not be, but the old springs, I don't think was the right springs either. But anyway, that's how I knew that the springs were bad. When I lift the door, it would come up to about here, and I couldn't lift the door anymore. I couldn't lift it, it was too heavy. That's when I realized the springs were bad. Like I said, if the hell? Oh, this thing be worn out. That thing's kind of worn out. But if I tighten the springs up to where it will stay up, it won't stay, the door come open. Actually, I loosened the spring up some so the door wouldn't stay closed, because when I let it, before it was open. So we're gonna lock this thing. Also, like my air conditioning, this is old, and they say it needs to be replaced, but they want like $4,000 or $5,000 to replace all of this. And why should I spend $4,000 or $5,000 when I can make it work? Works is fine. It's not quiet, but it works. Now, does it seem like I need a new garage door? Now, I made this video to say this. A few weeks ago, I come out here and the door messed up again. The cables jumped off. And I'm like, what the hell? Has the springs wore out? No, the springs are fine. What happened was the damn cables, I guess they're worn out. because they jumped off. I put them back on. I raised and lowered the door, and the damn spring jumps off again. So I went to Home Depot. I was going to buy some new spools and new springs. I mean, new cables. They didn't have the spools, but they had the cable. So I came back and put the cables on myself. And guess what? The door's working again. So I guess if the cables come off again, I will buy new spools. But again, the door is working. And the thing is, I had called the door repairman out here because I was tired of it. I'm thinking, maybe I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I didn't want to make the video. This has been maybe a month since I changed the cables, because I wanted to make sure it was fixed before I make a video. Now, it's probably gonna break the next time I open the door, but anywho, I just wanted to make a video, let you guys know what was going on. If your cables are jumping off, oh, by the way, the cables, the last time they jumped off, there was like a kink in the cable. You know how a cable looks like when you lay it across something sharp, it has a little kink in it or whatever? If you have a cable like that, replace it. Because my cables look like that. At least on one side they did. But I replaced both of them. And like I said, you see the door opening and closing. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them. Black, y'all have a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Dre. Y'all have a good day.